everybody, and thanks for joining me on this beautiful summer day with Outside with Jeff. Today we're going to be harvesting some of our onions. As you may be aware of from some of my previous videos, I mentioned we had a big windstorm come through about 4 or 5 days ago, and it knocked down about 40% of our onions. Now these onions were getting close to being ready, but they hadn't quite fell over yet. But the day of that storm, we had winds up to 55 to 65 miles per hour. We lost some corn, and a lot of these onions fell over. So all the ones in this first 12 foot or so, we're gonna go ahead and harvest. Let's get at it. All right, everybody, so I just harvested this patch. It's 40% of this patch here. There's 181 onions. And let me kind of show you what the average size onion is. These are from sets, and you're always gonna have a smaller onion from sets. That right there is about the size of a small tennis ball. You know, those little blue balls that you throw against the wall. I forget what the game's called, but they play it in New York a bunch. It's about the size of that ball. Racket ball, I think, maybe. I can't remember, but it's not quite a tennis ball, and it's significantly larger than a golf ball. From sets, that's what you're gonna expect. You're gonna expect a smaller onion like this. Now, last year, when I did the sets versus standard slips, I said I would never plant sets again. Well, the reason I planted sets this year is because there's so much issues with food security. There's about 5 times I went to the grocery store since December, and they did not have any onions in stock at all. And although I know I'm not going to get large onions with sets, I know I will get some onions out of it. So I went ahead and planted about 400 onion sets. I just harvested 181 of them. I have more onion sets way back here. This little back tip here, that's onion sets. From here over slips. I also have slips and 2 beds over. I have 69 slips, 2 beds over. So when I planted, I counted 630 onions. I do know that when I was harvesting these 181, I had 7 that were rotted. So that's not bad at all. That's like a 3% loss. I'll take that. That's no big deal. So now the next step is I need to let these onions set out for about 2 days. So I'm off the next 2 days. So I'm gonna let these set out. Probably tomorrow I'll come over here and I'll cut the tops. I'll cut them about right here so that they can cure out. If you cut them too close, they'll rot. You want to cut them, leave about 2 inches there. You'll cut them right there, and then you'll let them cure out. And then I'll take these to the basement and I'll let them store in the basement. These will store for several months. Last year they stored until about October, and I harvested them. Last year I harvested in July. This year I'm harvesting about 3 weeks earlier, but they held until October, and then at that time all I had to do is chop them up and throw them in the freezer. So that's going to be plans for this year as well. The ones back here, they're still doing really, really well. You've seen the video. Possibly, I went back there and I picked about 6 of those that had fell over. The rest of them are standing strong, looking good. So I'm going to continue to let them go until they show signs of falling over, in which I'll do another harvest. So from my garden to yours, I hope you are taking food security seriously and considering starting a small garden. If nothing else, it's better to have those skills and to start honing those skills now. And it's something you can pass on generation to generation. So if you appreciate this content, please hit that subscribe button, like, and drop a comment in my video. Have a great day.